Hey y'all, welcome back to Roasty. On the bench today we have a thrift store laptop, a Lenovo ThinkPad T420. I picked it up because these enterprise grade ThinkPads hold their value decently well. They're nothing like Apple products, but they do have a following. They're nearly bulletproof if they're not abused, and they really hold up really well. Very good build quality. Looking this thing over, it's in really good condition for its age. There's some wear on the corners, and the V on the Lenovo is inexplicably come off, but otherwise, great shape. As you can see, I left a wax marker price tag on the lid showing what I got it for. $15 is pretty good. It won't be a huge moneymaker or anything, but PC refurbs are fairly quick for me. The stat sheet on the T420 calls for an Intel i5 2520M, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 320 gigabyte hard drive. Being an enterprise grade laptop, it's very possible this could have been upgraded at some point. The one thing that did give me pause was the lack of a charger, and the battery in it was completely dead. So I had no way of knowing if this was going to work. But that is part of the fun. So I'm going to go ahead and get this charged up off screen, and you can find out if it works with me. Alright, so it's all charged up and ready to go. Let's see what we've got. It posts. That's a good sign. Screen looks good. Windows 7 resuming. It wasn't even shut down before. I can't say I've seen that before. Dion, shame on you, man. Put your computer to sleep and then walked away forever. Let's see if Dion's got a simple password. Password hint. Nope. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, it's not password or test or his name or whatever else I've tried. Look, it doesn't matter. Here's the game plan. We're going to shut this down properly, and then we're going to boot into a utility to erase existing passwords so that we can log in. From that point, we'll just poke around, just kill our curiosity. But then after that, once we have admin permissions, we're going to update to Win 10. We're only doing that since it's free due to Microsoft never turning off free upgrades for the entire lifespan of Windows 10. It's basically just a value add for whoever ends up buying this laptop. Once that's installed and licensed, we'll tell it to do a factory reset to protect Dion's data, and then get it out the door. Okay, so the computer is shut down now, and what we want to do next is configure the BIOS to ensure the boot order looks for USB drives before the hard drive with the OS on it. For this Lenovo series, the BIOS trigger key is F1 while it's trying to do the post or power on self-test. So let's turn this guy on and get into it. Yep, here we go. Right off the bat, we can confirm that the specs I looked up earlier match what's in this machine. We got a 2.5 gigahertz CPU, 4 gigabytes of RAM. No apparent upgrades, unfortunately. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on and check the boot order. We'll need to move over to the Startup tab, and then select the boot menu. So what this is telling us here is that HDD0, or the main hard disk, is configured to boot first. So if we put in a bootable USB stick, it's just going to get ignored and boot Windows anyway. So we need to move the USB hard drive to boot priority above the hard disk 0 using the plus button and then F10 to save the settings. It's going to auto reboot, but we don't have the USB stick in yet, so we're just going to power it off manually instead. For this part of the refurb, I'm going to use a utility called Lazesoft Recover My Password. It's a bootable utility that will nuke any Windows local account password. It's straight to the point, and when I'm in a situation where I need to nuke a password, that is usually the only thing I'm going to need out of a utility. They do offer a free version for home users, so I'll leave a link in the description for anyone interested. The BIOS are already configured, so all we need to do is plug it in to the laptop and turn it on.
All right.
And with it back on, we're greeted with the option to load into the password utility. Just select it and let it load. Now that we're fully loaded, we just select Reset Windows Password, hit Next, and click through the message. The first section of this screen is asking me to verify which Windows installation it's going to look at. In our case, it's Win 7. It's also the only instance of Windows on the hard disk anyway. That'll be true for most situations. The second section is asking me to verify that I want to reset local passwords. I've never seen any other option there, but I'm assuming that the alternative is cache domain passwords or something. That doesn't apply here either. Now this screen is finally where the action happens. The utility has parsed the user accounts and is ready for us to tell it which passwords to nuke. I don't see Dion, so I'm going to assume that is the alternate name for administrator or home. Just select the user, hit Next, reset unlock, finish, and then go back to your user list to reset the rest of the accounts. Or finish if you completed all that you need. In this case, I'm going to reset all the users. Home. The home account is where Dion is housed. Anyway, we're going to knock them all out. And now we just shut down the computer via the menu at the bottom left of the screen. Not unlike how you do in Windows. And now we pop the USB stick out and start the computer like normal. Right off the bat, we see the login screen is different. Lists both Dion and the admin accounts. One click should log me in automatically due to there being no password to enter. We are in. But I'm going to pause it here and voice over to save you some time. This was possibly the most anticlimactic break-in I've ever done. It was just an empty iTunes account and college freshman biology homework. That's it. I'll upgrade to Windows 10, but I'm not going to bother showing it here either. There's thousands of tutorials out there, and it's not even the most recent version of Windows anymore. So I'll end it here with the obligatory please like and subscribe for more random tech projects, and thanks for watching.